Okay, we can wait for 2 or 3 minutes. When all are joining, then we can start. Okay, we can start now. In the last class, what we can do, we can make a CRUD operation with the help of DTOs, and we can make here DTOs, and also we can use here a sync and await. Check this. So these topics we already covered. These important question why we use the anti-framework or app setting, and I think this is maximum 22 questions that we can cover. So today we will try to make a onion architecture. So firstly, you have to know why we use the onion architecture and where, which project we need to use this. So I will show you here. For example, all the base will be same that we already cover, like all the basic steps will be same like that way. But why we use the onion architecture? So we can use the onion architecture to, it will helps to write a clean code, or you also say a clean architecture, and it will be only used when we you have a long project. For now, if you have a small projects, you have a, like two or five controller maximum, so that time you can do all the code in same project, not make a different class library. But for now, in the onion architecture, it will provide a more clean way, maintainable way, loosely coupled, means you can easily extend the code here directly. And it's called a onion because the structure looks like a layer. You can make a multiple layers. So like that way we can make the structure. That's called a onion architecture. Or we can implement clean architecture when we have a big project, or for example, you have a multiple data. For example, if you can see here all the, okay, so you can see here all the thing we can do in a same project like DTO auto mapper. So this is looking little bit little bit not clean approach to write all the code in same class library. So that's why we can follow. If you have a smaller project, then you can follow. For example, you have only two or three controllers, that time it will be good. But when you have a long projects, you have a multiple models. For example, you have a 15 like 100 or 200 models, 200 controllers. So that time it's looking not a clean, not a proper readable and not cleanable. So that's time we can follow onion architecture. So based on the requirement we can use. For example, so today we will start how we can create. All the thing will be same, like same thing we can do, but we can make a separate layer for the DTO and interface. We can make a separate DTO layer for the interface, and where we can write our logic. So we can make a separate layer rather than writing all the code in same project. We can make a different class library, and here we can in the main project only have a this one our controllers only. So these all things will be moved to another project. So we can start for a new project. Okay, which did so if anyone have any questions, you can message here directly. So firstly we will create here like foundation will be same. We can only make onion architecture to write a clean approach. So rather than writing in a same here, we can make different parts. So I can open Visual Studio. And based on your requirement, you can make multiple layers, not only two or three. Based on your requirements, you can make. So I can take this same step, ASP.NET Core Web API, and click on the next. And here I will give the name, word operation with onion architecture, and click on the next button. Okay, so this is the location and this is the solution name, and click on the next. Here we can same we are using .NET 8.0 version. Latest version will be a .NET 10. So you also have to knowledge about what is the latest version, because sometime it will in the interview they will ask you what is the latest version of a .NET. So I think .NET 10 is the latest version. For now we are using .NET 8 because it's a stable, and we don't need to install Swagger manually, because in 9 and 10 you need to also install packages for the Swagger UI that is pre-built in the .NET 8.0. And click on the next button, create. Okay, so our main project will be created here. So this is the main project. Here we can do more for example, you can see here